The growing calls across the nation to defund the police.
To end policing as we know it.
Off the charts violence in New York City. 11 people shot in just 8 hours on
This is
Sunday.
about the police officers who every single day put on that uniform and they run towards danger when we run away from it.
Guns up and giddy up. We got a live chat today. Johnny M. Nightkin, Bosco Autry in the live chats. It's starting to fill up. It's starting to grow. Lazaro Lopez. Welcome to the Feather Stop Podcast, the number one show for police-related breakdowns. I'm not sure if this mic is peaking or not. Hopefully we have good audio today. We'll see what's going on, guys. I appreciate y'all being here. Welcome to the Feather Stop Podcast channel. Big case breakdown today. This is coming out of Wisconsin, and I'm not going to give any spoilers, but it's a really good one. Before we play the breakdown, though, we have to talk. We got to talk about the greatest tool that you have as a law enforcement officer. We can debate it, right? Is it your gun? I've got my gun on right now. This is my gun from Sheepdog Holsters. You see the pattern down here. It's got the Pig Latin from the book with my 1911 that has the Pig Latin logo engraved in on it. So thank you guys for supporting the show, Sheepdog Holsters. Head over to sheepdogholsters.com. Get you a custom holster for the holidays. Your loved one would love nothing more than to have a custom holster. They also have the chest rig, which is patented by them, so you can wear the chest rig. I love my chest rig, especially when I'm out in the woods or tromping around in the creeks and things, having that up here, or even when I mow the lawn, when I have my chest rig with my pistol up here on my chest, it feels really, really good. That's their patented technology. Head over to sheepdogholsters.com. You can get anything on your holster. You can get your wife's picture on there if you want to. Pretty cool. And also today's show is brought to you by rangerup.com with all the newest, coolest shirts. You notice the shirt I'm wearing today, Pig Latin, again, with the book, Pig Latin, a seriously funny true story. Ranger Up has a shirt, promo code Eric Tansey, all capital letters, all one word, Eric Tansey. That goes for anything on the site. You want to buy any of the shirts. You want to get the They Left Me Unsupervised shirt. You want to get, all the Crusader shirts, the Pirate shirts, all the Moto t-shirts to let people know that you ball. We ball. Use that promo code Eric Tansey, and I appreciate it. And then today's show is also brought to you by the funniest and the craziest police story ever told, Pig Latin, a seriously funny true story, now available at Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, Target, Walmart, Hudson's, Audible. Wherever you consume books, you can buy Pig Latin, a seriously funny true story, the perfect gift for the holiday season for your loved one. Pick up a copy of Pig Latin today. For all those who have already purchased a copy of the book, Pig Latin, a seriously funny true story, I want to say thank you. We are crushing. We're still on the bestseller list on Amazon. We want to consider this thing is going to continue to grow, and we really appreciate it. What helps us out a lot is those reviews on Amazon or on Goodreads.com. I want to take 1 second. Can I just do 1 second to read you guys a couple of reviews from the book so far? I love these reviews. They make me so happy. They make me feel awesome, but it helps. It helps a lot with the sales of the book. So this one is from Jen Caldwell. Pig Latin kept me engaged from the very first story. Eric has such a unique way of telling a story. He doesn't shy away from showing both the good and the bad, but he balances it with humor like no other. That makes even the tough, dark moments easier to take in. I found myself laughing at one moment, pissed off the next, and onto wanting to cry at another moment. It's rare to find a book that makes you feel so many things at once, and that's what made this such an engaging read for me. If you're looking for something that's honest, real, and unexpectedly funny, I can't recommend it enough. Now, this was coming from Dustin Simpson. He's been a long-time podcast fan. And so I like this one and I appreciate it. But he says, we have waited so long for this moment. I wasn't sure what to expect when I picked up Pig Latin, a seriously funny true story. But from the very first chapter, I was completely seized, mind, body, and soul. Eric Tansey writes exactly as he talks, raw, hilarious, brutally honest, and it hits you right in the heart. 1 second, I was laughing so uncontrollably, I had to put the book down. And the next, I was overwhelmed with the weight of the harsh realities officers face every single day. What truly sets this book apart is its profound humanity. Tansey doesn't pretend to be a perfect cop or some invincible hero. He owns every mistake, shares every ridiculous and embarrassing moment like pepper spraying himself, and lays bare the darkness he faced on the job. The humor isn't forced. It's real, gritty, gallows humor that people really rely on to survive the worst, and those serious gut-wrenching moments hit even harder because of it. By the end, I felt like I had been right there with him, witnessing the impossible, the heartbreaking, and the downright absurd sides of police life. This isn't just a cop book. It's a testament to resilience, a reminder that laughter can be found even amid chaos, and that staying human is what truly matters when the job threatens to harden everything inside of you. If you are searching for something raw, uproariously funny, and deeply heartfelt, this is it. Honestly, Pig Latin isn't just a story. It's a force that will stay with me for a very long time. Man, what a cool review, man. Thank you guys so much. And there's like over, I think we're over 100 reviews between Amazon and Goodreads. And so I really, really, really appreciate that. But we have sold thousands of books. So just to put it into perspective, you sell thousands of books and you get 100 people to leave a review. You know what I mean? So it's always like, I don't know. I think like right now we're at like 4%. Last time I checked, which is like 2 weeks ago, could be different now. So it really matters if everybody that's hearing this, if you have the time in your day, maybe listen to it on audio book, or maybe you read the book, the hardcover. Either way, it doesn't matter. Leave a review on Amazon or Goodreads.com if you bought the book from somewhere other than Amazon. All right, let's get into today's topic. Every cop is a negotiator, and you have to be a good talker. So some people would say the most important weapon, the most important tool, let me back up. The most important tool you have as a law enforcement officer is that thing between your two eyes, right? The brain. We always hear that in a lot of the briefings. Like, people like to be funny. Well, the best tool you have is that thing between your two eyes. I've heard it enough times. You have to. But whatever. I got the microphone now, so I'm going to say it too. I disagree. Of course you disagree. Eric, you have to disagree or it wouldn't be a podcast, would it? No, but seriously, we've talked so much, right, about microphone discipline. And it's gotten to the point now where we do these breakdowns and I'll say, like, what did you guys notice? And some of you guys are catching the radio etiquette right off the bat. You're like, oh, he used his gun hand to keep the mic. That's a pet peeve of mine. If I'm your training officer, like, it's the one thing. I don't like to do like push-ups or anything crazy like that with rookies, or like, that's all kind of stupid. I will, though. I will run that point home with you in whatever way I need to never touch the radio with your gun hand ever again. Stop doing it. Get in the habit. I don't want to see really anything in your gun hand except maybe a pen, because we have to do it. But, you know, we're not carrying stuff in our gun hand. We're not carrying our lunchbox from the squad car to the squad room in our gun hand. We're going to use our gun hand as least as we can. If you're my rookie, hey, listen, maybe you don't like that. That's fine. We all have our things, right? I'm the training officer now. I'm the captain now. Look at me. Look at me. We're going to do things my way. My way is keep your gun hand free. It's easy. It's something easy that'll make you a better person. All right. So we've already done that, right? We beat that dead horse. But another thing that we talk about, or we like mention in passing, is the inability of police officers to talk to people. How many breakdowns have we done where we see the repetition, where we see the same speaking habits? And how often do we see a different outcome? Let me ask the chats, since we're live. When you do something the same way every time and you expect a different result? What is that? What is that? What's that the definition of? What's that term? If you do the same thing if you do the same thing the same exact way, but you expect a different outcome. Yes, thank you. Insanity. That's called insanity. It is. If we do something over and over again and we're not getting results and we want different results, that's insanity. You're insane. You're an insane person. There we go. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to interrupt you guys. I was like, why is my head being cut off on this video? And it's that time of year where the weather is getting cooler. And when the weather gets cooler, my office chair rises on its own. I don't know if you guys remember that from last year. It happened a bunch, but we're at that time of year. It's fall, baby. Yeah, it's called insanity. Thank you, guys. If we're going to say, put the gun down, please put the gun down, drop the gun, please put the gun down, sir, put the gun down. And we're only going to repeat that. And we're not going to try anything else. To me, that's insanity. I understand that we now have body cameras and we're in this era where we're talking to our body cameras constantly. It's almost like we're all influencers as cops now. When we're doing things and we're speaking, we're not talking to an individual. We're actually talking to the body camera, right or wrong. Am I right or wrong? Am I right or wrong on this? Do you subliminally, subconsciously talk to your body camera when in reality you should be talking to a suspect? I feel like we've watched enough breakdowns that we've seen this play out. Because in real life, if you really wanted somebody to drop the gun, if you could do it your way, you wouldn't just sit there and repeat, put the gun down, sir, stop, please put the gun down. I don't want to do this. Put the gun down. Sir, stop running. Please stop running. Sir, stop running. Sir, drop the gun. You know, that's not how we talk. That's how we talk when we have body cameras on. Before we had body cameras, we used to talk to people. And I get it, because whatever you say on that body camera can and will be used against you in the court of internal affairs. Will it not? I actually used to have it framed. I don't have it in my office anymore. I should probably pull that back out. It used to be in the old studio, the big frame paper that I got written up for discourtesy because a man who was wanted for a drive-by shooting lived in a gang house. And you guys know what a gang house is, right? Where it's a house full of gang members. And there was like poop on the floor from a dog. All the electrical sockets were burnt out. Black mold everywhere. Dishes stacked to the high heavens. Cockroaches everywhere. Clothes everywhere. The smell was unbearable. And the guy said, man, you must really hate me because you keep bothering me. You keep harassing me. I said, no, sir, I don't hate you at all. I think you're disgusting to live like this, but I don't hate you. I got written up for discourtesy because, quote, I called somebody disgusting. I think that's out of context. So I do understand that whatever you say on body cam can and will be used against you in the court of internal affairs. However, what we're doing is not working anymore. What we're doing out on the streets with Antifa is not working anymore. The arguments that we're seeing out on the streets, and we're trying to talk to the body camera, we're not trying to talk to an individual, that you are way more articulate and you're way smarter than those individuals. So you would win in an argument or any kind of debate. Academically speaking, nobody on these videos you guys can't beat in a verbal argument. But we don't argue with them because instead we're trying to talk as if we're just talking to the body camera. And what that's left us with is criminals and suspects and everybody else the ability to control the conversation and to control the situation. leaving you with zero confidence, leaving you belittled, leaving you disrespected, leaving your ego, what ego you have, and you all have one. We all have some kind of an ego. And you lose that confidence. And so it compounds on itself. You take that stuff home with you. You take it back to the locker room. It makes you angry. It hurts you in the feels, wreaks havoc on your mental health, because we're not actually engaging in any type of intellectual conversation with the people that we're arresting. Instead, we're allowing them to control the conversation, which makes us all feel dumber. Dumber. I feel like we need to go back in time and learn how to talk to each other. I don't know if it's an academy issue. Probably. This is probably something that they could figure out in the academy. But we have to get back to where we're talking to individuals almost from our heart and not from a script. Not that we're talking to a body camera. And the reason why we have to get good at this is because of this breakdown that I'm about to show you. When shit matters, and it's somebody that's not maybe a suspect, when it's somebody who needs to be talked off of a ledge or needs to be talked out of a suicide, we need to be able to talk to them without sounding like robots, without saying the same thing over and over again. You shouldn't be in a situation where you're having to find words to say. As a police officer, as a first responder, I would argue that you are a talker first and foremost. My sergeant used to say, this guy's name was Sergeant Eckert. He used to say, if you can talk for 10 minutes, you can handle 90% of the calls that you take without having to report. If you can engage in a conversation with somebody for 10 minutes, that will reduce your reports by 90%. He used to say that all the time. Very wise words. And he used to beat it into us at roll call. Are we talking? Are we going to these domestic violences? Are we having conversations? Are we having the hard conversations? Are we having the one-on-one conversations with these folks? When we are having are we doing involuntary, are we doing voluntary encounters on the regs? By the way, if you want to practice, voluntary encounters is the hardest and the best way to practice talking to somebody. There's nothing more awkward than rolling up on somebody, walking down the sidewalk and trying to start a conversation that leads to a conversation. 90% of the times you're going to get out and they'll be like, am I being detained? Blah, 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 blah. And then you feel like shit and you go back to your car and you leave. But eventually you do it long enough and you figure it out, much like podcasting, you figure out how to garner their attention. You figure out that you jump out of the car and say, hey, so sorry to bother you right now. I just noticed that you were wearing, X, Y, and Z sneakers. I was actually thinking about getting a pair. You don't have to talk to me. Do you like those shoes or not? Like, are they worth investing in those shoes? Because they're really expensive or whatever. Maybe they've got a dog that you can relate to. Maybe they've got a child you can relate to. There's something there that you have to find to relate to them. And then you engage in a conversation with them. And I don't care how good you are of a talker. It takes a lot of practice to get good at talking when you're in uniform. To have anybody give a shit what you say. But you have to start practicing this. Because when you get in those awkward situations with Antifa, the domestic violence, the drunk girl, the valley girl who wants to know, why are you pulling me over? Ma'am, get out of the car. Why are you pulling me over? Ma'am, get out of the car. I need to know why you're pulling me over. Do you know who I am? Ma'am, get out of the car. You don't know who I am. My dad owns the biggest peanut butter factory on the northeast coast of America. And you're just saying the same things over and over again, and you're losing control. Next thing you know, you're snatching this chick out of the car, and then everybody on Glenwood Avenue in the College District is booing you and hissing you because you couldn't figure out how to talk to a drunk girl. We've all been there. I'm not trying to act like I'm better than you. I'm not saying that I'm this perfect speaker. But what I'm saying is that we should all start working on it a little more, because as we go through these breakdowns week after week after week after week, not only are we using bad radio etiquette and we're just so desperate to talk on the radio, wish we were that desperate to talk to the people in front of us. Distracting somebody with your words is an invaluable tool. If you got a guy that has the gift of gab, and some people say I have the gift of gab, but let me tell you, it comes with a lot of practice. You know how you get the gift of gab? Does anybody know in the chats? Do you know how to get the gift of gab? I would argue it's the same way that you get good at skateboarding. What's the only way to get good at skateboarding? Has anybody ever tried it? Anybody in the chats? Give me a simple answer here. What is the best way of getting better at skateboarding? The only way that you can get better at skateboarding. It's failing over and over and over again. Matter of fact, I've been driving an hour to this one skate park for the last 3 days because my 8-year-old son has been trying one trick on 1/4 pipe about 1,000 times over and over. Actually, if you go to my Instagram account, Tansey Fam, Tansey Fam, you can see the montage of him trying over and over again. And that was only like 6 tries before he got it. But know that was 3 days of maybe, I think it's safe to say 1,000 tries. The only way to get good at skateboarding is to fail over and over and over and over again without becoming insane. And the way that works is we adjust. Okay, I didn't get it this time. I was going too fast. I did it this time. I was going too slow. I was doing it this time, but I was going too slow and my foot placement on my back foot was in the wrong space. I was going too fast and my front foot was in the wrong place. And it's just dialing in these small, minute details until you get it right. The gift of gab is no different than that. It's literally putting your foot in your mouth over and over again and feeling dumb. Take it from me. I literally talk for a living. Stand-up comedy, same way. Best way to get good at comedy is say a bunch of jokes. And when people laugh, you write down when they laugh and you make note of when they don't laugh. And then you go to the next one and you take out the jokes that didn't make people laugh and you introduce the ones that did make them laugh. And you add some new jokes. And you do the same thing over and over again until you finally have an hour's worth of comedy that you know works. But it takes time because you don't know. Looking in the mirror and doing stand-up comedy, it's funny to you. Might be funny to your wife. Sometimes it's not funny to your wife and it's funny to everybody else. But it might not land when you get on the stage. And that's okay. That's something you have to come to terms with. A lot of people don't know, but these big famous comedians will go to very small nightclubs and they will read off of a piece of paper and they will just read their jokes for 3 minutes at open mic night. Because they don't care about those smaller clubs. They're trying to test out their jokes so they can go to the bigger clubs and kill. But it takes a little bit of failure and you have to be okay with that failure. Same with the gift of gab. You just got to start talking more. And you got to know what works and what doesn't work. Are people listening to me? Are they not listening to me? What's engaging them? What's not engaging them? That's why I do that with the chats. You guys take the time out of your day to be here. You want to be recognized. It feels good, doesn't it? Does it feel good in the chats when I ask for you guys' opinion? Abby Ellsworth from On Being a Police Officer. I mean, every time she makes a comment and I acknowledge it, it gives her podcast a little bit of a nudge. Somebody might hear that. Lo Ren, Johnny, it feels good to be acknowledged, right? But these are all things that I had to do with practice, yeah. Wayne, long time no see. Good to see you back, Wayne. Wayne's a good name. My wife and I were talking the other day, side note, ADHD moment. When you name your kids, do people just not think about what those names are going to sound like when that guy's like 70 years old? Like Grandpa Caden, you know what I mean? Some of these names, I'm like, man, when you're a grandparent, that's going to sound really stupid. Anyway, I digress. Wayne's a good grandpa name. Granddaddy Wayne, Papa Wayne. We're going to go see Papa Wayne today, Dad. We're going to go to Papa Wayne's house today. We're going to go see Papa Braden. There's some funny ones out there, guys. The gift of gab is an important tool. I would argue that every single officer has to inspire to be a negotiator. If I'm the chief of police, like airborne school is for leadership in the military, it's a rite of passage. You're tested a lot at airborne school. That's why I said, is airborne school overtly hard? No, it's not. But there's a lot of things that you have to overcome fear-wise, even if you're scared of heights, there's nothing natural about jumping out of an airplane at 100 miles an hour, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? So it's like a rite of passage. I think negotiator course should be a rite of passage for officers. I think every officer should aspire to be a great talker. I don't know how you do the job if you can't talk your way. That's a two-sided stone. Some of the shyest cops who think before they speak, some of the best cops in the world. Then you can be a cop that gabs too much and you talk your way into fights. That's not what I'm talking about either. I'm not saying that you have to run your mouth. What I'm saying is that you have to be a good talker. And when you've talked yourself into a use of force, you should be going back and saying, what did I say? Or what can I do better? Is it my tone? Is it my look? Is it my bravado? What can I do? Can I be a more humble tone? Can I steeple my fingers in a different way? Was I crossing my arms? Was I letting my emotions carry the conversation? How did this go downhill? Those are the conversations you should be having after every traffic stop, after every encounter. And let me reiterate, voluntary encounters is the best way to practice, and you should not feel bad or dumb when it doesn't work. Voluntary encounters fail way more than they work, and that's why nobody does them. That's why nobody does them. No cop wants to try to have a voluntary encounter with a person that doesn't want to talk to them because it feels bad when you fuck up, and you're going to. I'm not going to give you tips on how to do that on this podcast. That's not what my podcast is for. What I'm saying is that's something for you internally to figure out. How do I be a better talker? My thing is I like to relate to you on some level, and then I want to make it about you and not about me. I'm not looking for a new pair of shoes, but I know enough about running shoes that if somebody is walking down the sidewalk by themselves and they don't have an earpiece in, I can almost automatically have a conversation about their shoes because more likely than not, I've tried them on once or twice. If you're a dog person, you know a lot about dogs. Is that a German Weimaraner? What a beautiful breed. Can I just ask you really quick where you got that dog? Who did you breed it from? Is it a rescue dog? Oh, and by the way, man, that's so cool. Thank you so much for sharing all that information with me. Hey, everything going good out here on these streets? Got any problems? Any weirdos? Anything going on? Oh, no, everything's good. Oh, great. Yeah. I mean, I only reason I asked is just because, like, you know, especially around this time of day, you know, we've got a lot of people that are having their garages broken into. And, oh, well, you know what? Actually, I think it's weird, but there's like this one group of kids and they're like around 2:00 in the afternoon. They're never in school and they're always walking around with backpacks. And I always wonder to myself, why are they walking around backpacks? And then you're like, oh, at 2:00. Yeah, they always walk around. One kid's got like a red backpack. You never know what kind of information you're going to get. When I was working on the hurricane detail, one of the things that they put me in charge of was community relations. Because the problem is you're walking around, you got these guns, you're supposed to be a rescue squad, you got camouflage on, which I don't like any of that. I think if you're in a rescue situation, you should look like you're there to rescue people, not there to gun them down. I'm not saying don't carry guns. I'm saying we got to look less aggressive. But you can't go to a house and knock on a door and say, hey, I'm here with a rescue squad and you guys haven't had power in 3 weeks. Is there anything you need? No, I'm good. And then you turn around and you leave. Or you knock on the door, you ask if they need anything, and they say, I need, we're hungry, we don't have any water. Okay, here's a pallet of water, and you leave. That's not why we were getting the referrals and the rescues that my team was getting. The reason why we were getting all the rescues is because the team that I was with were all ex-law enforcement officers, and so we were really good about knocking on the door, saying, hey, are you hungry? Do you need anything? We know you don't have power. Yeah, we don't have any water. Let's get you some water. Hey, there's a dirt road right over there. What does that lead to? Oh, that leads to, Ethel Beaver's house. Oh, who's Ethel Beaver? Oh, she's this 85-year-old woman. She lives at the very top of the hill. It's about 4 miles up that dirt road. She lives up there. Well, have you seen her or talked to her since you guys lost power a few weeks ago? Nah, we ain't, it's a long drive up that hill, man. There's a lot of trees falling down. Yeah, maybe somebody should go up there and check on her. And then we go up there and we cut our way into there and find her sitting, true story, by the way, next to a candle that was about a quarter inside. And she's been sitting around this candle, these box of candles. She's down to her last candle. She has no insulin. She had no oxygen. She had no food. She had water, and she had a little tiny candle. But it's talking to people and garnering information without sounding like an asshole. When you do your traffic stop, another great place to practice, if you have a nice traffic stop, maybe you've written a warning. Hey, can I ask you a question really quick? I see that you are from around here. I've given you a warning today. I'm not want to charge you with anything. I feel like you are voluntarily going to comply with the law and you're going to slow down going forward. And I really, really, really appreciate that. But I could really use your help right now. Why is everybody going so fast through that school zone? Like, what is it about this particular school zone? Oh, well, you know what? It's 45 all the way up into the school zone. And then the sign is like right on the apex of a curve. So if you're looking down the curve and you don't see the sign, you just kind of like forget. Oh, well, now I have something I can go back to my supervisor and say, and then guess what? Guess what I look like? A superhero. Do I not? Hey, this is weird. We've written a lot of tickets in this school zone. It seems like we're having a hard time. I just talked to a guy, and maybe we move that sign up, maybe we move it back, or maybe we put some flashy lights on it, or maybe we put a speed bump. But I feel like the amount of tickets that we give in this school zone versus other is a little bit ridiculous. And maybe it's something that we're doing. Maybe it's something like, maybe people aren't just saying, fuck that school zone, let me drive fast through it. Maybe there's something that we're not doing that would encourage them to slow down, aside from writing tickets and pissing everybody off. The gift of gab is so important. All right, I want to get into the day's breakdown. By the way, head over to rangerup.com right now, rangerup.com, and get you a t-shirt. Get you a t-shirt that represents you. There's hundreds of different t-shirts up there. Now it's back to being better known and operated. A lot of big news coming down the pipeline. A lot of big news. A lot of extremely fun news. Hopefully next week we can get all of it off of our chest. I've been living with this stuff. That's why I've been ghost, because something big's happening. Ranger Up is back. You guys are the only ones that know, by the way. The Wolfpack, you guys, the ones listening to the show, you're the only ones that know that Ranger Up is back. Ranger Up was owned and operated, veteran owned and operated from the beginning. It was the first GWAT brand. It predated Grunt Style, Nine Line. It predated all of those guys. They were the first. Everybody else copied them. They're all friendly with those people, by the way. And then they sold it after like 12 years. They sold Ranger Up, and Ranger Up kind of went its own, like a kind of like a corporate-y way. It wasn't like this veteran owned and operated Funco anymore. It's been bought back by the OG owners. And everything, to include customer service, is back in the hands of veterans. It's all back in the thing. So, wait, Tyler S., you said your shirt is almost a month? No, it should be there. Tyler S., I want you to DM me on Instagram or on Facebook Messenger. Let me know, because that should not have taken out. Like, I ordered my shirt and I got them in 2 days. And I just ordered like a regular peasant person like you. Like a regular peasant. I didn't use like a promo code. I didn't have like a special I'm Eric Tansey. I just literally like ordered as a lay person, even though I'm attached to Ranger Up now. And everybody else has gotten their Pig Latin shirts, so I'm not sure. Oh, he's in Canada. Shoot. Okay, let me check into it though. Okay, yeah, folk around and find out. I'll try to Discord too. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, head over to rangerup.com. Get you any kind of a shirt. We are back in biz as of September, but we are making it official. Nobody knows yet. We're going to make it official, I think, like next week or the week after next. And it's going to be dope. And you guys are you're going to love everything that's going to go on right now with Ranger Up. And I wish I could say more. All I can just say is that, like, this is the opportunity I've been waiting for a very long time. Not an opportunity that I even needed, but when I heard it was coming back, I actually interjected myself, and I found myself right where I've always wanted to be since I was wearing Ranger Up shirts back in 2012. So really excited news. All right, let's get into today's big old case breakdown. Now, this case, I'm going to play it in its totality. We're not going to talk a lot. I'm not going to talk a lot. We're going to get out of here a little early today. This happened on July 26th, so not too long ago, just after midnight. This is in Pere, Wisconsin. And the suspect or victim, I don't know how you want to, whatever you would like to, the person of interest, the POI. Oh my God, $135 for 2 shirts because you're in Canada? Oh, I don't know, dude. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. Man. I don't want to say like I'm glad I don't live in Canada. I mean, I love living in the United States, but that's expensive. But thank you. God, that means so much to me. Yeah, you know what? I actually had to mail some books to Canada, and normally in the US with media mail, it's about $5 for me to ship a book, a little less than $5 to ship a book, and that includes the box because it's media mail. It cost me $80 to send 4 books to Canada. $80 fucking dollars. So anyway, his wife in this breakdown, in this case breakdown, the wife calls 911, says her husband, who is a veteran, Scott McDonald, is down at the boat ramp, and she's afraid for his life, for his safety. And this is a longer video. It's about 16 minutes long, and I'm pretty much going to play this all the way through. And so if you're an audio listener, it's okay. You don't really need to see it. You can hear it. And I want you to pay attention to how the cop talks. Does he do a perfect job? No. Does he do a great job? Yes. Yeah, I think he did a great job. I think he did a fantastic job. You got to be a good talker. Now, obviously, he could have done better because what he says doesn't work. And can we go back and figure out what could he have said different? I don't want him to do this because he was just doing the best he can. And listen, when you're in that situation, your adrenaline is way up. Your gun is out and your mind is processing so many things. You're processing, where are my guys to the left? Where are my guys to the right? Is my gun pointed at this dude? Is this dude got a drop on me? Do I have a drop on him? Oh, and I'm trying to keep up a conversation with the guy, and I'm trying to listen to my radio. There's a lot going on. So will it not be, is it ever going to be perfect? No. But I think what is important with learning the gift of gab and to talking is that we do take notes and we say, what could we have done better? How do we mentally prepare for this moment in our own brain so we have the right thing to say? Before I ever give a speech, I've given like 5 this week, I always rehearse over and over and over again in my head what I'm going to say in different scenarios. Okay, here's my speech. What happens if somebody interrupts me? What am I going to say? What if somebody tries to boo? What am I going to say? What if there is a laugh? Am I going to have a pause? I plan these things out in my head. I war game whatever scenario. So when I get in there and I start to speak and shit hits the fan, I already have a plan-ish. Jarrett Ballness says, the post office in Canada is on strike right now. So good in mail, anything up here right now. Oh, right now. So maybe no good in mail, anything up here right now. Well, maybe there's your answer. But there we go. What's Gav or is it Gab? I think it's Gab. Gabbing. Oh my God. Now you have me feeling crazy. Is it Gav or Gab? I've always said Gab, G-A-B. Bravo. Gift of gab. The gift of gabbering. The gift of jab. No, it's Gab. It's definitely Gab. Abby Ellsworth from On Being a Police Officer. She's the smartest writer in the room. Maybe she can answer that for us. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and play this, and I want you guys to really pay attention to how good this officer does, but also pay attention and add notes of what would you say in a scenario like this. And I want you to war game it in your head. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. Abby, is it gift of gab or gav? G-A-V or G-A-B? Let us know. All right, let's play this. Here we go.
Harm himself.
Hey everyone, I just wanted to call. That way you might have a recording of my voice. But love you guys. It was great having you in my life. Thank you.
All right. So that's pretty daunting words. That's the voice recording left on the wife's phone. By the way, all of this video footage, this body camera footage is coming from Midwest Crime on YouTube. That's Midwest Crime on YouTube. And a big shout out to them. Make sure you like and subscribe to their channel and like and subscribe to ours. So now we have it. Here's this cop going to be coming into contact with Mr. Scott McDonald. Pay attention.
Hey, sir, police department. Everything all right?
Oh, yeah. Step back.
Yep, hold on. What's with the problem?
Our coverage is brought to you by Morgan & Morgan.
Oh, I apologize here. YouTube got me with an ad here. So this cop, he's walked up on this gentleman, and the gentleman has a rifle in his hand, and now the cop has to retreat back behind the bathrooms. Is at a boat ramp at a boat launch. And so the cop is retreated back to the bathrooms, and homeboy is just standing out in the parking lot with a rifle.
Put the gun down.
No.
Drop it. Just set it down and we can talk. Set it down. We can just talk.
No.
What's the problem, sir? Can we help you?
No.
Let's get you some help. What seems to be the problem tonight, sir? Let us help you.
Mike.
Come on, buddy. Let us help you. What's your name?
Stop.
Scott?
Yeah.
What's going on tonight, Scott?
No.
Whoever's coming in, step by my car, grab the 40 and the pepper ball, please.
Come on, Scott. Talk to me, buddy. We want to help you. Stay there, Scott.
Yeah, I'm checking that way.
There's nobody over there. Scott, we want to help you.
We're trying to communicate with them now. What do you need? If we can get a negotiator moving. We have communication. He has a rifle standing by the docks. So when you come in the main entrance, just park up on top. If we can get some guys to the south, or correction, to the north of our location.
Scott, what's going on tonight that you have to feel that this is the way?
Only way, man.
No, it is not.
Only way. I'm sorry, guys.
You don't have to apologize. This is not the only way. We can help you. We can get you through.
Do you see the tone and how I'm talking about? It's almost like this guy's not talking. But I'm not taking away from the officer. He's doing a great job here. But doesn't it seem like we're all talking to our body camera? This is not the way. We can help you. Body camera, are you on? You can get through this. Did you hear that, body camera? It's not a real conversation because we're not used to having real conversations anymore. We're all used to talking to our body cameras. Now, this cop is saying all the right things. He's on script. He's on brand. But it's the tone. It's the mannerisms. It's the we haven't really. It's like we're all talking to a body camera. We're all talking like this is going to go on the news. I want to make sure I'm perfect. I'm on script. Like it's almost like a checklist, Nitchkin says. Yes, it's almost like a checklist. If you're in your last moments, do you want to feel like you already checked the block? That's been my whole problem with this CIT. Is that a lot of the crisis intervention training we get is simply check the block training. It isn't sustainable care. It lacks empathy. It lacks heart. Now, I'm not saying that this officer doesn't feel and truly believe what he's saying. I think he does. I think this is something that's been programmed into us since the body camera training days. And that for some reason, almost like touching the back of a car, which does nothing for anyone, we've all just started doing it. And so we all talk as if we are talking to a body camera. Again, I'm not trying to take away from this police officer because I think he's doing a great job. Santana True Crime says in his defense, he's also yelling from a distance. Yeah, he is. It's the tone, but it's the same tone. It's a cop tone. We all talk like this. We've seen 1,000 videos like this. Sir, put the gun down. You don't have to do this. You know, now this cop's going to get better. And I don't know that he needs a negotiator. I think he's doing just fine himself, actually. I think at some point we need to be okay with letting our guard down and saying, I'm the negotiator now. And then we're going to have a conversation with this guy and we're going to distract him in any way, shape, or form. Let me push play on this.
Through this. Right now, it feels like right now, this is the only way. You need to take a deep breath and let us help you. That is what we're here for. This is what we're trained to help you get through these types of situations. Just set the gun down, man.
I got some people coming.
Well, they're here. Everybody's here just for you because we want to try to get you some help. We don't want to hurt you, and we don't want to see you get hurt because we care about you, Scott.
See, now he's in
We're
it.
here to
Now he's
help you.
feeling it. He's
We
doing a
can
great
talk.
job.
Everybody's here to help you, man. Everybody here has helped you. Don't do it, Scott. Stay behind me. Male at gunpoint. He has a rifle to his head. We got it. Just stay behind me. Come on, Scott. Let us help you. We've had a lot of situations like this where we've able to get these people through it.
This is my fourth time. I've been sober for 3 years. I gotta do it tonight.
No, you do not. No.
Do you want me to stay here?
Come on, Scott. Let us help you.
Life is better without me.
No, it is not. There are people out here that care about you, and it's us that care about you right now.
Right? What is wrong with that dude?
Everybody's here to try to help you. Scott, what's your last name?
You already know.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. You would be here.
You live in De Pere or what?
So we'll go with that.
No. I want you to be honest with me because I'm being 100% honest with you.
Let's get at least one unit to shut off the boat launch and make sure no one comes in here.
Come on, Scott. Let us help you.
No. I don't want you guys here. I really don't. Could you guys walk away so like...
In this situation, we want to get you some help.
I don't want to turn my rifle on you guys.
We don't want that either.
Can I back up?
I want you to put the rifle down.
Can I back up?
I want you to set the rifle on the ground, stand up with your hands in the air, and let us help you. No, don't do it.
Why not?
And he just...
Sorry about that. Another ad. We'll go on to the next one. I think he's doing a fantastic job. So at first he was being kind of like robotic and, like saying all the things he had to say, but now he figures out that I'm the negotiator. The negotiator's not coming for a hot minute. It's just me out here. And so I think this officer is doing a fantastic job talking this guy down. And what a stressful situation. I mean, to be in a situation right now where you say one wrong thing and this dude, it's over. I mean, I can tell you from experience, from being on a bridge with a female, that right now this cop is thinking, if I can pull this off, this will be my defining moment. If I can pull this off, if I can get this guy to stop, this will be my defining. If I don't, I'm going to have to live with this fuck up the rest of my life. And I will tell you right now, he wants to throw up. At least that's how I felt. I want to vomit. I don't want to be in this situation. Luckily for me, the girl I was with wasn't that serious. This one is that serious. And I will tell you, his stomach right now is in 1,000 knots. And he is doing a great job of controlling his breathing. He's doing a great job of keeping his gun pointed where it needs to be. He's doing a great job. This is a very, very difficult situation. Let's see how it plays out.
I want to know why you're feeling like this right now.
Now, like, be the person.
Just set the rifle down on the ground, Scott. Let us help you. Bud, what do you want to talk about?
I don't know what you want to talk about.
It's up to you, man. We can talk Packers if you want. Scott, put the rifle on the ground.
Yeah. I can tell you. The first two, you guys were pretty good. I didn't even hear you coming. You already did, man. You've been calling me by it for a couple hours now. Like 5 minutes. I'm sorry. It's not been a couple hours.
How long you been down here, Scott?
Oh, hold on. What time is it? 1? So about 2 hours. But the alcohol hadn't kicked in yet. And then you guys showed up. They kind of forced the first shot. So.
Why you feel like sitting down here for 2 hours? You don't have anybody at home right now?
What'd she say? She said, you just need to get help when I answered the phone. So, out.
Who is it?
My wife.
Well, she's at least talking to you.
What? I sent her 12 messages and she sent me 1?
Yeah, but she wants you to get some help. Let's get you some help.
Nah. Hey, the guy up on the hill, can you let him know he can come down? I feel like the more the merrier. It's a better party that way.
Come on, Scott, let us help you.
I mean, I thought you guys would be here when I chased off the car with the gun, but I just wanted you guys to do like a bottle recovery. Like, I didn't want you guys to be here for it.
Scott, we want to help you. There's people out here that care.
Well, tell me one thing you know.
About you? You're not giving me much.
Yeah?
I understand people get down sometimes, and I understand people need help. We're all been there. I've been there. Come on, Scott, let us help you.
You guys are. You're already here.
Why is your wife upset with you?
Oh,
Shut up, really?
yeah, she was at a bonfire. Hey, I'm not going to do anything, but if you tell that guy that's coming by that car up there, I think it's one of your guys',
I think it might be another agency.
like, they can come on down.
We could try to get a hold of your wife. We could try to work out a communication plan with her if she's not answering your phone calls.
She's not answering. She told me to off.
Scott, do you live on street?
Nope.
Not the guy I'm thinking of. We had another guy that had an issue with his wife earlier today.
Nope. I'm going to back up.
I just want you to set the rifle down, Scott.
Yeah. It's hard on my knees. I still got coverage up on the hill, and he's still got coverage behind the door.
Let us get you through this. Scott, you got any kids?
Yeah, I got two wonderful kids.
Two?
Yeah.
Yes, you are Scott from Street.
Nope.
We've tried to help you. I think I'm familiar with your situation earlier today. You don't think I know you? I do know you. 6 o'clock this afternoon we were with you. Scott, just stay there. Don't come further.
Well,
why do you feel that this is the only way?
because it is. I'm out. Grand.
You got two kids that care about you.
No, they don't.
Oh, father to father, you do not need to put your kids through this.
Yeah.
No matter what you ever think that you did to them, the kids are there 100% for you.
The kids I never did anything to, so.
So let us get you home to them.
No.
Let's get you home to them and get you healed so that you can be a fantastic father.
Yeah. You good? Right hand guy? I really hope you're good.
Just put the rifle down. Let us help you.
I'm really sorry, guys.
Scott, is there anybody else down here with you?
Nope.
Is everybody safe at home?
Yep. They're all asleep. Minus.
Okay.
Let me play the last
I
little
want to
bit of
know
this
why
video.
you're feeling like.
Let me play the last little bit of this video for you.
I want you to get back to your. I want you to kiss them goodnight tonight.
They won't. They won't know anything until the morning, at least.
Come on, Scott. Let us help you.
I don't really want to put it at you guys, so if we could all be cool and not point guns at each other, that would be awesome.
Until you put the rifle down, I can't.
Yeah.
Scott, stop right there. Don't come any further.
You're gonna shoot me, dude. That's the only thing I want.
I don't want to do it.
Yeah. 302, we got the 40 coming or not?
I got it right here.
Right side, you good? Left side, I'm sorry. I know the hilltop's good there.
Take a couple steps back, Scott.
I gotta take a piss. Sorry. For any of the females in the crowd, please look away.
I think Tremel's here.
Just so you know, I do not have optics on 40. Do not.
Yep. Have him come down now.
Canine, respond down to the pavilion. Walk along the south side.
Quickly.
Entry road quickly.
He is, but he's at a disadvantage for the position. He can't see the pavilion, the road coming down. He's taking a leak in the water.
I'm really
Go
sorry,
ahead.
guys. I'm just gonna go back to my bottle.
Come on, Scott. Let us help you.
I like the guy on the left of you. He's really good. You ready for this?
Scott, don't do this.
Yeah. I'm sorry, guys.
Don't do it, Scott.
Do not point that gun this way. Yeah.
Just set the gun on the ground, Scott. We can help you.
Yep. Hi, guys. Oh. Won't hurt much. Hope you're good, right, left side.
Don't do it, Scott. Put the gun on the ground.
Please be good, left side. Okay? The only thing I'm asking.
Scott, put the gun on the ground.
Okay. Are we good, left side? Left side? Holy talk to the guy on the left side. Dude, I don't know you, but I really care for your family, and like that guy on the left is not helping me out.
Scott, I care about you and your family.
Yeah, well, that.
Come on, Scott, let us help you, please.
You guys got the body camera?
Scott, let us help you.
I love you guys. Fuck.
Let us get you home. Let us get you home to your...
Nope. You're not going to send me over to my...
Why wouldn't I?
Because I'm done.
You are not done. Shots fired. Nail party's down.
I got him. You want to check yourself?
Rifle's off to the side.
You want to check yourself, please? Sure. I'm good. Okay, Phillips checking.
Yep. Meet me up by the pavilion, and then we will approach from here. He is not moving.
Clear. I'm clear.
Yeah, Abby says, what a terrible thing to do to that cop. Yeah, I mean, suicide is a selfish endeavor. I mean, it's a very selfish endeavor. And it's a sad one. It's sad that, and you can get there quick, you can get there a lot faster than you think you can get there. And, that's why it's so important to check on your friends and make sure they're okay. No, this was Wisconsin, but talking is so very important. And that's why I say that every cop should be a negotiator. And you have to know that as a cop, you are a negotiator. Whether you're negotiating your way into voluntary compliance on a traffic stop, whether you're negotiating or mediating domestic violence case, and you should take it seriously. We should take talking to people very seriously. And just like we do our dry fires, just like we do our jujitsu or our grappling, just like we do our all the other things that we train to do, driving skills, or but talking is one of those things that you, if you're not good at it, that's not good. That's not good. If we're not good talkers, that's not good. This officer was a good talker. I'm not sure that there was much he could say that was going to sway this guy one way or the other. I don't think this cop had anything that he could have said. Maybe you could have pulled the veteran card, since this guy was a veteran, if they even knew he was a veteran. That's why it's a good thing to always ask, are you a veteran by chance? Because especially when veterans get into a dark situation, literally other veterans can bring them out. They really can. Like, there's just something about talking to another veteran when you're going through some shit that makes it make more sense in a way. But yes, Bosco Autry in the chat says, if anyone needs prayer, needs someone to talk to about anything, please reach out. I'm always up. My phone is always on. Text, call, DM, it doesn't matter. And he means it, because I've actually talked to Bosco Autry and he's actually prayed for me before. It's very nice. It's always good to have friends around. You never know when you're going to go through that moment, guys. Life is great today. It could be bad tomorrow. That's where I want to leave it today. Are you a good talker? Do you have the gift of gab? Which I don't believe is a gift. I think it's like skateboarding. I think it's something that you acquire through just practice and failing. You have to let your ego go when you're practicing the gift of gab. My training officer, Officer Santana, was excellent at talking to people, and working with him for the 9 weeks that I got to work with him taught me a lot about how to talk to people. So I was at an advantage in the Southeast District in Raleigh because I had somebody who taught me to be a talker. We hear so much about de-escalation and too much of what we do is check the block de-escalation when a lot of times changing the subject, talking about somebody's shoes, talking about their jacket, their hat, whatever you can do to relate to them. You're a parent. I'm a parent. Let me tell you this story about my son, what he did the other day. This is crazy. Let me tell you about this. Engage them. Engage them in a story. Think outside the box. We don't have to say you don't have to do this over and over again. You can distract them in other ways. It's a game of time. It's a game of time. And the more time that you can engage them in conversation, the better chances you are going to have in success. So take that with what you guys want. I hope you guys are, I know, being a police officer, you got so many things to work on, right? Grappling, shooting, talking, memorizing your DUI stuff, all those things. But I will tell you that if you're a good talker, you can talk your way through a DUI, even if you don't know all the steps. If you're a good talker, you can talk your way out of having to do a report if you're not a good writer in a domestic violence situation. If you're a good talker, you can save lives. If you're a good talker, you might not have to be an excellent shooter. But how wonderful is it if you're good at all those things? So listen, my heart goes out to these officers who literally did everything that they possibly could to save this guy. What a terrible thing to put on the weight of that cop's shoulders. I pray that he is okay. That was not his fault. There was nothing he could have done in that situation that he could have done any better. He was empathetic. He was articulate. He slowed everything down. And so, it's just so sad that he has to live with that. And that's going to haunt him for a long time. And that sucks. I feel bad for him. He doesn't deserve that. Like, that cop doesn't deserve that. I guarantee you, he doesn't deserve to have to live like that. He does all the right things. He shows up to work at the right time. But you know what? God always chooses those men who are strong enough to bear it and take it. He chooses them to put that weight on his shoulders because he knew that guy could carry that weight. So if anybody knows that officer, or if he wants to reach out to us, and we would love to send him a shirt or something like that, just to make sure his morale is good to go. But yeah, anyway, guys, thank you all so much for joining me today on the Failure Stop Podcast Breakdown. Head over to rangerup.com. Make sure you follow all of the other shows that we have on this. One More and I'm Out of Here podcast, Santana True Crime, Abby Ellsworth, anything that John Bates is doing. He's always doing fantastic things, and we got a lot going on. Also, Deadleg from Deadleg Media. He's got a lot of stuff going on with his lights and his new pupperdoos, his new doggy. But make sure you're supporting the team. Hopefully we've got some big news coming in the next 2 weeks that'll kind of change not change, but will amplify, and we can go back to doing more podcasts and having more sponsors and doing more things. We just needed to get through this 90-day book tour, which is, really supposed to take me right up to November. So we're right in the throes of all of it, guys. We appreciate your patience. We're going to get more content out. Patreon's going to grow. We've got a lot of cool things coming. And I think next week is when we're finally going to be able to kind of disclose all of that. So just stay tuned. And I can't wait. So thank you guys all so much. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and share this with your friends. Share it on social media. Somebody copy the link and put this in the FTS Wolfpack private group on Facebook. If you want to be a part of that group, FTS Wolfpack, we'd love to have you in the Wolfpack, and appreciate it. From everybody here at the Failure Stop Podcast channel, Casey Anthony sitting behind me, guns up and giddy up.